Hey y'all. Happy Friday, March the 18th. Time in California is 10:09 p.m. Hope everybody's had a well and wonderful day. Yes, I'm trying something different in support of Ukraine. Um, Sending prayers to them and all the families and just everybody. The whole world needs prayer. So I know it's been a long time since I have posted anything. Your girl has been busy, has had a lot on her plate and had a nervous breakdown for a minute. Because I was going through a very bad bro breakup or bad entanglement breakup, and all kinds of shit's been happening. But it works out. The worst part is over, and I'm not proud of things that have happened. I'm gonna say a few things. We're gonna talk about my sex change journey, as I'm excited. I'm starting to notice little changes now. So the upcoming months, I'm gonna have my voice is gonna get deeper. My little beard hair started to grow a little bit more. I'm feeling some type of weight. Oh no! I'm gonna go chop down some trees or something. I'm enjoying myself. I don't know. And then for a former coworker I've not seen, we briefly dated too. Hella cool. I haven't seen him in over 18 years. It's been that long. And so he invited. We still stay in touch over the years too. He's a cool dude, and it was really it meant a lot to see him and his wifey. I'm gonna call her wifey. She's a sweetheart too. She's on my page too. I love love. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm not hating on people, but 18 years has been that long. It's so weird because my son still remembers him. In fact, he played a big part in my son too, with my son DJing on the side. So just good stuff. And I have a message to send to him aside from that, because I don't know why we're grown now. But I look at some things and I take accountability because for the time we briefly dated, we had some wonderful times. I still remember that secret spot in the middle of the oceans. I'll say it like that. And I was in a place in my life where I just wasn't ready. And I was being fast. I don't know. And then stalker-tastic popped in the picture. That was so bad. So homeboy did not deserve that treatment. And I look back and I really apologize because he really is an amazing person. And I watched him grow over the years, and then I love his story. I'll say he has a story to tell too, and he really is the sweetest one of the sweetest people that I know. And to see over the years that he met I say wifey. I'm waiting for their wedding, okay? I'm toasting, and I'm probably crying and stuff. Oh no, well. But I love looking at love. I just like looking at people, because you can see some couples that are good for each other. You can see some people's like, oh, you need to hurry up and run. But for Augie and his wifey, I've seen her over. She's on my media too, but see how she's grown her business over the years and their different adventures, and they're good for each other. She's making him into even a better man, and he's making her an even better woman. And I just like to see love play out. So to finally meet her for the first time, dude, she's cool. She's so cute. But the way she was sitting there looking up at him, the way he was looking down at her, that's love. I'm just saying. Love's a beautiful thing. So it was just nice to hang out and catch up. And I made a new friend in the process too. She was cool too. If I have to call her tomorrow. She's a Capricorn. She's a healer too. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble too much. Get the basic things out the way. So, not going to go into detail. I don't want anyone thinking that I'm trying to destroy men. Hell no, I'm not a man hater. I just don't have time for bullshit, foolishness, and fuckery. Like, for real. The older I get, the more allergic I become. And catch that shit off bad. Stop it. I don't have the patience for it anymore. And I'm just in a whole different journey. So for broski, there's some things I did not say. So even though we have a very strong connection, that wasn't just a bro shit, dude. That was a fucking entanglement that went hella left. And it hurt. I really physically was having a fucking emotional breakdown a couple weeks ago. Even beyond that, I'm tired. And when things were weird the first time, that's why I kind of backed up before. It started getting weird. I'll just say he became a statistic, and I did not want to do what I had to do. He left me no choice but to. How many different ways can a female say this is not working? I have a different journey. Do not contact me anymore. Fuck you. I don't want to do this anymore. This is goodbye. Literally, how many times have I said that? I'm tired. It's all about control. And put my heart in this little tiny box for safekeeping and keep me protected and stuff. And gave it to him. And he knew it. And he loved it because I would lay the red carpet down at his feet every time. I don't care what else I had going on. That was my treehouse. You guys remember the movie My Girl? He was my Thomas J and I'm Beta. But he had a whole different situation going on. He wasn't my biggest pet peeves. Don't lie to me. Don't let me find out shit the hard way. Don't waste my time. Don't test my intelligence and don't make me look stupid. And he has successfully managed to do all those in repeating patterns over a course of time. And I'm on a whole different journey. It's not just him. I'm on a whole different journey. And it's so weird because people think there are exceptions to the rule, which I made him for the longest time. I just knew something wasn't right. And I can't. I just finished the shit with Dante, her baby daddy. Now I have to deal with him with this shit. And I can't, no more Leo male. I'm so serious. They don't go away. He kept asking me, he says, what are you doing to these dudes to make them act like that? Now you can sit there and ask your own damn question because you're doing the same weird ass shit that they're doing. I've had enough and I don't get it. I'm not proud of what I did. My intent was never to shame him, and because I'm shaming myself in the process too. I kept warning him. I keep seeing something with him. I keep seeing mirrors. Yes, he's a narcissist, by the way. Some shit between the gaslighting, that passive aggressive shit, and that fucking devaluing shit he does. I don't like that. And trying to play with my intelligence, my dude. We're done. I'm not mad at him. I forgive him. I love him as a homie. He's hurting me. How many times have I let you know, yo, you broke my heart? This hurts. And he still came back. Still doing temperature checks. What point do men not understand the words no and we're done and my journey continues and God bless, take care. This is goodbye. This is not just being mad for a simple one-time thing. This is a collection of things that led up to me having to get this far. So, and I didn't realize, I think it would hurt the most. For all my exes, I never shed a tear on these motherfuckers. You feel me? Me and my last ex-husband, me and my son happily helped him pack his fucking bag and change the locks after he left out that door, okay? Shit, scoot. Even for baby daddy, you would never see me fucking catching emotions over him. You don't see me saying I miss him. Only time you probably see me crying because I'm trying to keep him killing him. So I want him out. Leave me alone. Go away. But I genuinely was so fucking sick to my stomach and could not stop crying. The emotions, that's some heartbreak shit. I've never felt that bad since I lost daddy. I don't even think I cried that bad even over Lawrence. I was supposed to marry him in 2015 going up. But bro, that hit hard. Very hard. I didn't like that. That wasn't yum. I don't like that. I don't like feeling emotions. That doesn't feel good. And why? Because after I had enough of him, because I see your intentions and you know you're hurting me, why are you still coming back? Because you missed what we had, but you fucked it up. Yes, you did. And I'm not trying to punish you. I just had enough. How many different ways can I say the words, no, we're done? Since August 23rd. Because I see the bullshit you be pulling, dude, and this is not fair. You know this. And that's the pattern. I told him, I said, oh, God, to throw up now. Stress, PTSD, very bad, y'all. I've never had to throw up like this unless I'm under high amounts of stress. And that's why last time I did this was with my mom. But I don't even cry with my mother. In fact, we have court coming up next month to make that restraining order permanent for renewal. You've never seen me shed a tear over my mother. Never. But I broke the fuck down over broski. Why? It's like, you know, you're hurting me and you know you're not good for me and where I'm trying to grow into and go in a whole different way. You're trying to lure me back in this off your selfish game, dude. It's not fair and it's not right. You're hurting me, not helping me, okay? You're hurting me, not healing. And I told him, I said, do not get me fucked up for your first ex-wife. Don't get me fucked up for your ex-fiance. And don't get me fucked up with this rebound situation. Yes, I will call her a rebound. I don't care what the fuck he says. As soon as I start fucking you, all of a sudden you just jump and get married to this new bitch. And where she come from? And you're regretting it. But still, it's just the way things happen. Just too many games. I can't do with the confusion. Passive aggressive behaviors with me will get you fucked up. So, long story short, not going to go into full detail. Contact this department because at what point I'm tired of having to run and change my name, block people. I'm tired. So where police officers, this is where it comes in because he's a damn good cop. I've seen him through his journey. I was very nice. I literally have a domestic violence order sitting on my desk that I drafted. I did not file. And I always win my cases. Didn't want to do this. Contact this department. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to get him in trouble. And there's levels to this part, but I need him to can somebody talk to him, just have him leave me alone. It's one thing if it's a back and forth thing. It's not back and forth. If I'm done, I don't contact you. I moved on with my life. You're still watching me. And that's okay to watch me. I'm used to people watching my page all the time. Just don't let me know that you're watching me. Because you're trying to get me to engage with you. So you notice how I change my name or I change a profile pic and I'm looking at you, get in touch with me and act like you act like I'm stupid. I already know how you're watching me. Again, he's testing intelligence, trying to play this yo-yo game. He's walking me to some ass whippings too. Some things we had a closeness. We have a very tight bond. It breaks my heart. I cried more over that man than I cried over any of my exes. That says a motherfucking lot. I loved him that much. There's a piece of him still tatted on my back. Not like that shit. That's what's up. I don't regret anything. I don't regret. But what point you stop? I really have had enough. And so what is interesting about police officers is that all they see in the system are the clutch system. They just see an existing, say, restraining order or TRO in the system. But they don't know the paperwork that led up to support that cause. I had to sit there and paint my picture and my pattern. So things I didn't see, the police reports and things that led me up to certain points with certain people. So I've established a pattern. That was there's some screenshots too that I'm not proud of, but some things had to be said to establish our connection. And how many different times have I said the words, this is not working. Love me enough to let me go or something like that, or goodbye, whatever the fuck I said. Don't contact me ever again. Fuck you and whatever else. Okay. Had to say goodbye to good dick. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh, that man could work my body. Some of y'all know me offline personally. I will just say, hands down, number one, though. Yeah, Broski got that good. He got that magic stick. His baton works very well. He is the number one. Number one, okay? That says a lot for me. Shit. I'm like Superhead on steroids back in the day. There's a lot happening in my life. But he has made number one spot. That make you do some things to your body. All that squirting and gushing, he'll make you shake and shiver and think about your life. Having sex with him is equivalent to being under the influence. I would sit there and say it like that. It's like going to the chiropractor, getting a reflexology and an acupressure massage at the same time. On top of like just meditation and therapy. That man will have your back auto cracking. You're like, I don't know. He just, oh Lord have mercy, Jesus. He had to fuck it up, dude. All you had to do is just do right. You know you weren't doing right, so you had to let it go. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So aside from that, that part's finally complete. And I really do pray. I was still batting for him anyway. I gave a soft recommendation of order because things I usually do since he's an officer, still keep his gun. He's never made any threats. He's never physically put his hands on me. But the stalking and harassment is going to be a situation. And I think that he got the point because I've seen some changes and the energy shifted. He needs to be held accountable for his actions. Again, no means no. When somebody wants to let you go, let them walk out the door. But stop reaching for people who are no longer reaching for you. But aside from that, leaving from one narcissist and now jumping into this frying pan of daddy's neighbor who's a covert narcissist. That's interesting too. I've tried to give the benefit of the doubt. I just like to watch people and kind of study a little bit and figure out who you truly are. And whatever I'm saying, I said directly to him too. So there's no misunderstanding as to why I'm cutting things off, because this does not feel comfortable. And I'm funny about energy. And it's just, he's not my type of cat. I appreciate him for him saving my dad, or trying to save him and being there for my family and for me during this whole action of what's going on. I just know that our baggage is not compatible, and that's not the type of character I usually hang out with or want to associate with for reasons. And I'll leave that there. No, not leave that there. My main thing too is that he does a lot of passive aggressive and the gaslighting shit too. That's going to stop. Now I just finished with one motherfucker, and I'm going to sit there and have to fuck you up now too. You must not know about me, but you're about to find out, baby. Some people get too comfortable. Some people, again, are looking for love. Some people are looking for help. So I meant what I said. And he's a good guy. He's just a different path. He needs to find a personal assistant, not his children. And he needs to find a therapist. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. And some things you need to start pushing past and working on yourself. And there's nothing wrong with talking to someone, not just your friends. If you start unloading to your friends all the time, I'm talking about 1, 2, 3 hours a pop, it gets to be exhausting. And if all you talk about is always you, you come across a little self-centered, my dear. You're complaining about the same motherfucking things, but you're not doing anything to actually fix your situation. Or you're talking about your friends behind their back, but in the faces, you can't even sit there saying anything to them directly. That's not how I get down. And so if you're doing that to that person, I can just imagine what the fuck you're doing to me, but it makes me know, never mind, it's no, I'm not fucking with you like that. You know what I mean? Because my thing is, when people do some sucker ass shit, you know, you hang with people who do sucker ass shit, you start to inherit their ways. You feel me? So think about how misery loves company. Same, you surround yourself with successful people, you become successful type of thinking, motivated. For people who are happy, you start being happy. You start finding happiness in your own situations. Energy transfers. Some of people who are miserable and depressed, they will also make you depressed too. The importance of grounding and shielding energy is very important. But people don't realize the toll you put on your friends by overbearing yourself on them with all your fucking problems, but you're not doing anything. And how can you talk about somebody else and you don't even have your shit together? You feel me? That's how I am though. But for me and him, he's a good guy, just not for me. Back is not compatible, and I'm saying stranger danger for reasons, okay? I'm leaving that there too. I had a dark conversation with him too. Let that be clear. I don't like elephants in the room. You know, I love elephants, but not that type. But I don't feel comfortable. Aside from that, you guys, let me think here. Life has been peaceful and just coming on board. I really am excited about the whole hormonal shots. So it serves a couple purposes, you guys. So the reason why, see, it's weird because even I saw my ex or my homeboy over the weekend. He's like the fifth. He's one of my fifth exes. He's a fifth ex. One of my brother's goons too. And my son, who said, when I mentioned about the whole sex change thing, nobody's surprised, bruh. For real? Like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It was that obvious. I told my son, so this is the thing about me, this whole gender appropriation thing. And yes, before I forget to, my name change is complete. And so I'll be reestablishing myself with a new birth certificate, a new social security number, all kinds of fun stuff. And I'll be taking down my Facebook platform over these next couple weeks. So, and I'll be inviting people separately, because I'm doing it not just because of the gender appropriation, but because of I'm tired of people stalking me. Not just current situations, even my mother and things like that. I just don't want to be found. I'm tired of people watching over me. They can't even say shit to me. That doesn't make sense to me. It gets creepy after a while. So what else is there? So for me having this gender appropriation thing, it serves two purposes. Because before I had my aneurysm quelling surgery in December, and I had the abdominal hemorrhaging, I almost died. That wasn't fun. Not here though. But anyway, where am I going with this? So I wanted to have a hysterectomy because my tubes are already tied. I don't have any need for the equipment anymore. My son's 22. I am done with kids. My life goes on. I'm trying to be free. I'm tired of bleeding to death and cramping to death every month. Let me going down. And for ladies, especially if you had fibroid tumors, mine are benign, but still the cramps are much worse. I swear God has a sense of humor. So I was going to have a hysterectomy done. I qualified for it because I have fibroids. But after being under that whole bad anesthesia experience, I almost died this last time. I don't want to be put back under the knife again. I feel some type of way. I'm not trying to see the skies and the sun again. There was a lot going on. They made me come back down. That was fucked up. But in the meantime, so with me taking the hormonal shots, I'm taking testosterone. That's all it is. My body's going to change. So all of those hormones from progesterone and estrogen will start leaving my body, which has already started. I'm already on my third shot now. I have to take them every week. And so what it does is going to shrink down my fibroids. And then my cycle will disappear. But for right now, I guess I'm starting a accelerated menopause series. So I have to get shots every week for the next upcoming months. And I'm going to have some body changes. So my voice is going to get deeper. And I already started a little bit of beard hair going on, you know what I mean? Let's see how my mustache is going to work out. I'm not shaving shit. I'm all natural over here too. I'm still probably shave down there though, because it looks like I could put a, I don't know. That's all happening in my life. My hair grows fast. I'm hairy. I'm mixed with Sasquatch. But and also I'll be becoming, my muscles will be shifting. So I'll be a little bit more buff up here. I'll be more, and it's weird because when she was shooting me in my stomach, or I'm sorry, he's a transgender male too, which is cool. I'm listed as a male too. That's my new identity for real. But what was she saying? Because she was trying to find a place to shoot me. Because they either shoot you in your leg or your stomach or your arm, or they can find fat or your booty, which mine has disappeared. But she was like, you already have like a masculine type of shape anyway. She was like, you sure you haven't taken hormones before? And I was like, no. She's like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, she can understand the masculine build, I guess. That's interesting. Oh, I'm not trying to tell you I was a dude in a female's body. But, so I'll be taking, let you guys can see this, testosterone. So it comes in this little tiny bottle every 7 days. And then what I do is, okay, so these syringes, I have to use those too once a week. And so they gave me the big needles that goes with the syringe. So that goes into here. Now you guys see the needle. Doesn't hurt me though. And then I put this one on after, and then I shoot me in my stomach. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So it's a win-win for me, because in a way I'm getting like a non-surgical hysterectomy in a way, because my body's gonna be discontinued as far as down there anyway. They did mention that my sex drive is going to be increasing, which is going to be interesting, because I really meant what I said, that after Broski, that was the final call. How many times I mentioned I was going to go back into the celibate or back in the hibernation phase? It's hard to say goodbye to good coochie, I know. But your girl's on a mission. And I'm kind of like done with dudes. I've been saying that. I keep attracting y'all, though. Y'all get on my nerves. Shit. It does not stop the show. How many exes have I told I'm actually getting a sex change, whatever else? They're just like, okay, what's up? It's a new thing. like a bingo card. So at least some of you guys are like, okay, well, I knew her before she turned to a dude. And some of y'all are very curious because some of you guys gave me feedback about because my some of you guys have seen my Miss Happy down there, and yes, I know my coochie's pretty. But in the meantime, so my clit is going to start getting bigger too. So it's going to turn like a mini dick until I get my other part of my procedure done. That will probably be until the end of this year. And I'm explaining this whole process to dudes, and dudes are getting turned on anyway. So I guess the new thing is to sit there and try to fuck on transgender men. Stop it. But and it's so weird because probably my son, I told my son, because I told him when he was maybe around 10 or 11, I was like, how would you feel if your mom got a surgery done to change it to a man? It never bothered him. My son was always supportive of my sexuality. And he was like, I knew you were a dude anyway, mama. Okay. That makes sense. Y'all be killing my shock factor. That's just like when I finally, everybody knows apparently I'm gay before I did. So I never forget, because I used to sit there and sport the rainbows in the back of my Mustang and stuff like that. I was on all kinds of stuff. Have little shackles and stuff hanging from the rearview mirror. But I'll never forget, because my son was at we were at my parents' house, my mom and my stepdad's house. And my son was downstairs in the man cave playing a PlayStation. I forgot what he was playing. And Papa or my stepdad was there watching him, and just they're doing their thing. And so I came in and think I'm having a big announcement, just tell everybody and just come out the closet. I think my son, what grade was he in? He wasn't in high school yet. I think he was in middle school, maybe middle or high. It was one of those two. I was like, I have to talk to you guys about something. And I was like, looking really serious, like I was scared. And they're like, what's going on? And so my son put the game on pause, whatever. And they're both looking at me, and I'm like, I'll let you guys know I'm gay. They looked at me like, that's all, we already knew that. He was like, Mom, I'm going to play my video games. I was like, you motherfuckers, I don't know. Just kill my shock factor. Everybody knows gay and transgender male begin with, now it makes sense to everybody, apparently. I just be beating up dudes. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, God. That was my coming out story. Y'all get on my nerves. Anyway. But, yeah, this is going to be interesting. But I'm doing it. So a couple things here as I'm going through this journey. And I'm making this personal decision. My body was interesting. People don't understand this. Because I've always been sexualized into the game. I've been groomed to be in the game pretty much all my life, in one form or another. And even acting out, I'm not proud of any of that. And whether it came from there to acting out being promiscuous, to even being a stripper, being an escort, being a madam, porn star, while working at the police department. How does that work? For real. But I look at my whole journey, and even before Lawrence passed away, I kind of, even though I'm good at what I do, and a lot of people, we've had some experiences, but it's just not who I am anymore. I'm kind of like closing that chapter out. So when I tell people, even before Lawrence was going into, before he passed away in 2015, I was already starting to like shut dudes down anyway, for the most part. Sure, we have fun, and sure, I've been groomed. I can sit there and just do it just because you're there, because you're asking for it, accommodate. But I wasn't feeling it. My spirit was calling for something different. So to me, it's like a series of traumas that have happened to me over this time. And that's not who I am anymore. It's like a nun getting a calling, or like a monk, or, Buddhist monk, something, a priest, anybody, like a certain spiritual calling is just, I'm kind of over it. And people say, you have to have somebody, and everybody needs somebody. No, I have been, and that's another thing too, because me and Daddy's neighbor, we are not compatible when it comes to love languages. I'm more like quality time. He needs a lot of physical touch and interaction on a constant. That's suffocating. I can't do it. Shit, people are touching the shit out of me all my life. I'm touched to death. I'm out. I need air on the air sign. But I just want to I'm on a whole different level. Some people still have love and experience love and project love. It doesn't have to be romantic love. And that's something I'm deprogramming myself. And it's been like that for a while. And some people aren't used to that because they're used to seeing that interactive side of me, the playful side, the attentive side, the submissive side. But that's no longer my journey. So some people have a problem saying goodbye with that. They're looking or hoping that I'll sit there and just kind of cave in one good time. No, we're done. So a part of me making this change is, for me, I'm healing from traumas. I already felt like a dude in a female's body pretty much all my life anyway. Just I'm female-y awkward, which is weird. I can't explain it. And I've always felt like that. But I've been groomed to sit there and have to like men and stuff. I don't know. But not just that. The reason why I'm becoming celibate too is because I'm healing from trauma. A series of traumas. And there's just a part of me that I want to disconnect from. There's other things out there to do. There's different ways to sit there and show and spread and experience love. It doesn't always have to be about sex. And I think that's what makes it so hard between me and Broski, even for me and Daddy's neighbor, because the chemistry was there, but not really for Daddy's neighbor. Because even if we had experiences, even after I had surgery, I gave him a couple shots and just the whole time I could not stop thinking about bro, because that was a fresh fucking breakup. You know what I mean? That man's been in my system for how long? From December 2017 until November of this past year, but still trying to stay in contact and rekindle. And it wasn't right. And then my thing is, as I walk whatever path I'm walking, I have to sit there and talk the talk and walk the walk. So how can I sit there and project anything about being righteousness and doing the right thing and living an honest life if I'm living with or dealing with situations that are causing confusion and deceit and lies and secrets? So there's reasons why I'm discontinuing certain people. It's okay to evolve past your friends and family and whoever. I mean, it's a part of growth. You're not better than that person. You're just not compatible with that person. And it's okay. We all go through life changes. Again, we're just passing on through and everything has a season. I think it's just very hurtful to some people to find out that the seasons that will continue without them. And not to be mean or hurtful, protecting my energy. I'm learning a lot of people have a problem with rejection, especially narcissists. It's not fun. So I don't have time for that shit. So whatever Daddy's neighbor did, it's been built up. And I try to sit there and give excuses talking about, because maybe it could have been my hormones. I was at my cycle at the time. I'm under a huge amount of stress. The biggest thing, the hardest thing I had to face was dealing with the issue with Broski. I'm not going to be extra when I say that it really does hurt. And I don't want to hurt him. I'm tired of saying the word no. I just let my actions show. I don't want to turn him into a statistic. If you made that choice, you have to be held accountable for your actions. But after all I dealt with that, now I have to deal with Daddy's neighbor with the whole passive aggressive. And that's another thing too. Stop trying to guilt trip people to make them feel bad for saying the word no or having a life that exists outside of you. Or the passive aggressive, which is still gaslighting and also manipulation. You know what I mean? I can't do it. One thing I'm learning more and more is that sometimes your soul knows some things before you do. And everything after is continuous confirmation. So that is my journey in a nutshell. So besides how to do with Broski, that was the hardest part. It was interesting because I swear Daddy he's always here. But for that faulty homicide investigator, who I'm still not done with, I just had to take a break for a minute and get myself together. The story's far from over. A situation happened surrounding Broski that was not relevant to his situation. But I ended up coming across that faulty ass sergeant in homicide. And he's still the same ass fucking retaliating, hurt schoolgirl feelings dude I see. So where he has a problem still, probably because I called him out because I picked up on his bullshit before. And yes, I do have strong reason to believe he stripped my dad's case and botched it. He did something. And he did even more. In fact, I'm going to reach out to the homicide investigators currently working on it because there's a lot of information that's missing. The whole story's changed. And I'm looking at the physical files. Something's wrong. So since homeboy, who me and him never got along, did some stupid shit, I was dealing with that too. So that's a blessing in disguise. A reminder, he helped me build my case for when I whip his ass coming up. Aside from that, dealing with Daddy's birthday, that was on the 16th, on Wednesday, and also the anniversary of his murder. Went to go visit him and my brother and the others. Tomorrow, I do my Omega for my sorority sister, my soror, who passed away from COVID back in December, just having the service tomorrow. And she was a sweet spirit, too. In fact, my son's grandfather will be attending, too. I sent him the invite, too, because he's Omega Sci-Fi. And we're doing it virtual, though. Then the 21st is in memory of those 4 slain officers that happened back in 2009. Was it 2009 or 2000? I think it was 2009 or 2008. I think it was 2009. Because that's when we lost Danny. We also have other connections for other officers that we lost. And still have to prep for... I have to see my mom and face her on the court cameras when we have our hearing next month and making permanent closure for that, renewing the restraining order, making it permanent. So I meant what I said, because even I let people go, they were always trying to find me and hunt me down and watching me, including my son. And that's all connected. So I don't have any hurt or anger. I just need to let go. You know what I mean? Some people don't let me go. They know they fucked up. Let me go. So aside from that, life has been well. I'm still excited about my job, my new position, same job, but just different position, and just the freedom to do some shit's coming right on time too, especially when I'm taking testosterone too. I'll be buff. Y'all see me picking up cars. Shit, who wants to arm wrestle? But anyway, you guys, so no complaints otherwise. Life's a process. We're all in this together. It's about how you handle things, about what you do, take care of yourself, and be true, not just to others, but to yourself primarily. And who said growth and healing is easy? It's not always easy, but it's necessary and you feel better. I look back from a year from now, I'm like, you know what? I came a long way and I did this. So sending positive vibes to all those who need it. I'm not apologizing for not being so talkative. I'm in my own world taking care of shit right now. On my last bit of self-care. And I'm enjoying this ride. So that's it, and that's all, you guys. Find a reason to smile. I want you guys to have a great weekend. I'll be on my hustle, just chilling and driving and chilling. Oh no, it's going down in O-Town. From my nerves. I need it. Lord have mercy, Jesus. We're going to pray about it. Anyway, you guys, find a reason to smile. Always find a reason to be grateful, even through the storms. Take care.